Today's card of the day is Archivist of Oghma. 1 and a white for a creature, halfling cleric with flash. It also has whenever an opponent searches their own library, you gain 1 life and draw a card. 2/2. I don't know how important it is to note that this says search their own library, so things like Opposition Agent and Bribery, which I think is the blue mana spell that looks through an opponent's library, will not trigger this, and you will not gain a life. I don't know how important that is because I don't think Wizards makes too many of those cards anymore. Maybe, I guess Opposition Agent is newer, but I think generally those cards are as high of population compared to ones that search your own library. So that is important to note. Yeah, this card I think is generally pretty good. I think if you're playing lower level powers, such as Battlecruiser or maybe just low, probably not in the spirit of that format. The only fetches you might be seeing are land fetches, which granted, a lot of people like playing green, and this can draw off that. It's just, I think most of the time people just want to play more creatures, and I could be wrong with this, but like a 2-mana 2/2 that isn't fetching a lot is basically just going to be a bear with flash, and I can't imagine 2/2 hanging with as a tulpa, right? Which is something that's probably played over there. But I could be wrong. Let me know if y'all ever play that format. I usually play personally around mid plus power levels, high fringe CDH sort of thing. And I have to say, even at mid, like people do a lot of tutoring. Like I remember this one person, they literally tutored 3 times in a row, and of course no one batted an eye at them. Them just playing their black. I'm just sitting over here, just like, bro, this dude's. Anyways, that's neither here or there. This is like 2 turns in a row, 3 tutors back to back. And that's not even counting like the fetches that are being played. People do a lot of tutoring. That's interesting to see because you'd assume people would want to have the format slower because, people are saying Wizards is pushing the format to be faster because of more homogenization and playing more, making more efficient cards. This can do that sort of, as it has a sort of pseudo incentive for people to not play more searches because they don't want you to draw cards. But boy, will that not matter too much because people will do it regardless. People will do it. If I've seen Risk Study not be paid, this will definitely not stop people from searching for their fetches. So this will generally be like a 2 mana over the course of a few games, just like draw honestly like 10 plus cards. Of course, I'm thinking generally people are probably going to look at it once or twice because you generally are going to announce your draws and people are gonna they're gonna catch on to what's happening over here. But like, yeah, this card draws so much. It's incredible. And the higher power meta you play, the more it's going to draw, just because people go to their win con faster, decks more consistent, and this consistency is generally brought by having fetches to get the right colors for mana that you need at the time, and also getting the right cards that you want at the particular time in the game, which is done by tutors. So this card, like, I'm not like crazy and all, and like just trying to tell you guys that this card is like bad or anything, but like, I mean, it's obvious. This card is pretty bonkers, and it's probably gonna be a staple in every white deck, and you should probably pre-ordered it yesterday, to be honest. It's a very good card. The game life part is actually pretty relevant. I think as people play more creatures, combat damage becomes more relevant, and this sort of stunting that damage you get from, I guess, not only your own personal fetches, but also just like damage from creatures being more prevalent in these games it's gonna add up. It's definitely gonna add up. In fact, that's why I play a lot of cards like Keeper of the Cord, because it sort of acts as double duties. So it's sort of like a pseudo ghostly prison, but also just as the added advantage of having that cumulative incremental card advantage from the land tutors. So I think, and plus if you're playing something like a life gain deck, like that's even more. If you're playing a draw card deck, which all decks I guess are doing this, hey, this is for you. I say that because I assume like Battlecruiser decks just aren't looking to draw that many cards, but maybe this is very much a card that sort of needs a particular meta, and that meta is people wanting to get what's in their deck at a particular time, and that's definitely suited for higher level gameplay. But of course, let me know what y'all think of this comment below. I super love the fact that this is a more studious white card, and it's not just like some warrior you know, for the light sort of thing. It's definitely one of those like more blue white cards, if that makes any sense. It's very I think it's very pushed. It's very obvious, I think. But we won't want to just for a minute. So, anyways, let me know what y'all think about this comment below. You put it in your deck. What decks are you not putting it in? I guess that's a better question to ask. Are you psyched for it? Are people gonna aim you? I assume not, but I mean maybe so for having this card in the field. It'll be interesting to see the dynamic of the game after this is being played. But anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Peace out.